Hello and welcome to another Daily Digest video. I am Merriam, and today I am playing a variant of a deck that I've seen around a bit. We're using Wasteland Strangler and Flickerwisp and Tide Hollow Sculler to get a lot of value. Sometimes you see these lists in black, white, mono white, green, white, but this one is full on Abzan. We got Aether Vials and collected companies to get everything together, and Noble Hierarch, so a lot of acceleration. Um, and I just want to see how all the pieces fit. I'm going to play this game, and oof, this hand is so close to being good. Even if we brick, we go to Noble into Selfless Spirit. If we draw a fetch land, then we can start witnessing back a fetch, and then get our fourth land for Collected Company. But if our Noble dies on turn one, this hand's so bad. And given that we have to draw some lands, and it's pretty likely our Noble is going to die, I'm going to mulligan. This hand is fine. We're definitely going to keep it. Probably lead on Sculler. We'll see what we scry into, though. Yeah, definitely don't want that. But I'm gonna crack this fetch, so it doesn't matter anyway. And I think I'd rather my opponent think I have a good card on top. I don't really think it matters much, but eh. Okay. Arid Mesa. What could this be? It could be anything. The immediate crack makes me think more burn. Stomping Ground. Is it Wild the Cuddle? Oh, they're escape shift deck. Suspend search. Sure. Well, that means our Tide Hollow Scholar should be pretty good. Hopefully they don't have a removal spell for it. I am going to play it on turn 2 here, even over the Noble. That could accelerate us into more things. Because I think taking a potential ramp spell is important. Unfortunately, we can't take this ramp spell because they have a bolt. So I guess we just take the bolt. They have turn 1 suspend search, turn 2 suspend search, so this is a turn 4 Primeval Titan. Hopefully we can find another Sculler here, or some other form of disruption, but this is not a great matchup. Normally when you're playing a value creature deck, Primeval Titan is not what you want to see. Oh, well there's another Sculler. That is great news. Yeah, and I'm just going to play it. Try to get my clock in while I can. Oh man, they drew Escape Shift. But I think Escape Shift is actually less threatening than Primeval Titan. I'm at 19, so they need to get to 8 lands for Escape Shift to be great. Whereas with Primetime, they only need to get to 6, and then when they attack in the next turn, I'm probably dead, which is sort of like getting to 7. So I think this is a turn better. So yeah, let's take the Primeval Titan and hope to race the Escape Shift. Smart for my opponent not to crack that fetch until they absolutely have to. Oh, well, here it is. This is like an Anger the Gods. Pia and Kieran Nalar. Well, that is awkward. Gonna have a hard time beating that one. Even if I can't answer the Pia because I can't cast Fiend Hunter, so they're going to be able to throw a Thopter at my Sculler with a bolt under it and then bolt the other one. Yeah, this is not good. Pia and Kieran Nalar was a good draw. I guess if I play Noble and attack with just the Sculler with the bolt under it, they might trade away the Pia and Kieran for it to save themselves some mana. And then what can I do? I don't really know what I can. I don't really know what I can do, but maybe through some combination of Witness and Fiend Hunter, I can deal with their stuff. But regardless, the prime time is going to get them two Valakutes into play, and then all their lands turn into really great things. This is going to be a tough one now. Yep. Trade for your stuff. Sign damage, that's good. Get your bolt back. This saves him 3 mana, but it's mana that's unlikely to be relevant. And deals with their Pia. So their hand is Scapeshift, Bolt, and an unknown. Bolting. Sure. They just want to make sure I don't do something to stop their Scapeshift, I guess. So this gets them 2, 4, 5, 6. This gets them their 7th land, and then they just Scapeshift me to death. Yeah, I'm dead. Very dead. Begin sideboarding. Love Sin Collector. I love Barrington Forge Tender. I guess Big Game Hunter is pretty good, just killing Primeval Titan is something I'm interested in. Stony Silence and Rest in Peace are all bad. Canonist is pretty bad. Wasteland Strangler does not seem good. They probably only have 1 or 2 Pia and Kieran the Lars, but they are really annoying. I wonder if I want an Orzhov Pontiff just to deal with them. Because otherwise, like, my Flickerwisps are pretty bad. It's hard for them to attack into all those Thopters. Strangler might... I was gonna say Strangler might be good at just like making sure my Scullers don't return them their card, but then if they don't have a creature out, which they almost assuredly won't, I can't do that. So yeah, I like cutting Strangler. Maybe Courser is good just to gain life. It survives anger. Courser and Pontiff are considerations. I really don't like this Pride Mage. I don't think they're a version of the deck that has the enchantment Prismatic Omen. So I don't think this card's very good. These are both situationally pretty good. This Duskwatch is also look not great. It's meant to be a value card with Vial, and that's really not what we're into here. Yeah, let's just cut those, bring in both, see how they work out. I will play first. Well, I have Vials, but I have Vials next to Companies, which is awkward when I have no lands. I still think this is a keep, as awkward as it is, because I have Vial into 1-drop, 2-drop. This will protect my board. I just need to find some disruption. Hopefully we don't get our Vials Ancient Grudged. That would be a disaster. If Mulligan, that's not a disaster. That's good. I kept their 6, that's bad. And it comes with choice of toppings. Put it on top. Okay. Get to my main phase, please. Play an Aether Vial. But not mind just drawing lands too to set up these companies, so. Do they ever not have turn 1 Suspend Search for tomorrow? I don't know about you, but my Scapeshift opponents have that every game. Oh, this is a May. I'm going to have to sit here and click yes every turn. What a tilt. Vial go. Search down to 1. See if they have a 2-mana accelerant as well. Looks like they do. This is not great for us. Yes. And yes. And yes. So many yeses. Path, not a great draw. I will gladly trade this Forge Tender for a Tribe Elder if my opponent would like. I doubt they will do that, but... yeah, just the block and sack. They want to sack it anyway, so they probably have something to do with their mana. So they just prevent the 1 damage. And now I pass. So this is going to get them to 5. They're very close to Titan mana. We do have Path for a Titan. This is not the worst. But Titan does a lot of its damage as soon as it enters. Reclamation Sage. That's a tilt. Well, this is not going well. Not going well at all. Put this one into play. Sure, you kill my thing. Now I can't get Flickerwisp here. Man. Okay, at least that's a thing, I guess. I'm not going to trade Forge Tender for Reclamation Sage. But Ooze is a 3/3. I can at least do some damage. Okay, no Primeval Titan, so that's good. They're on 6 lands, so they're 2 turns away from scape shifting. Let's vial in a blocker in this Scavenging Ooze. And block. Gotcha. Exile this Tribe Elder. We're doing it. Fully doing it. I wonder what I'm doing with this Flickerwisp. Kind of want to cut a land out from their turn. Probably blink out a Stomping Ground on their upkeep. I think that's a good plan. We might be able to sneak this one out. We've got 6 damage here, so this is 6 plus 9. We have them dead next turn if they don't have disruption. That's actually good because it lets me make Ooze a 4/4 and Path if need be. So let's mush for 7 now. And let's exile that. I'm at 22. And okay, if I exile Stomping Ground on their upkeep, and they'd have to play land into Primeval Titan. I path the trigger on the stack. They get Valakut, Mountain. I sack Selfless Spirit. I then have 8+1 from the Ooze, exiling the Spirit. So yeah. And they definitely can't scape shift me without another land, so I think that's our plan. Oh, I guess they can get 2 Valakuts with the thing because then they have with the Primeval Titan trigger because then they have a land coming in, and then but they still only kill Selfless Spirit. Okay, yeah, so that doesn't change anything. Perfect. Upkeep, activate, Flickerwisp. This card is one of the most unassuming Magic cards I've ever seen. It always messes people up, and always in a different way. Just doesn't look like it would be very good. Gotcha. Can we do it? The old one-lander? Sacrifice. We did it. They have Sweltering Suns, so not Anger. I've seen Sweltering Suns in more of these lists. Usually if they have them in the main, because they can cycle if need be. Usually they sell Anger in the board, so we might still see a mix. But casually won that game with what was essentially a 5-card hand. So we never even came close to casting Collected Company. Do I like what I see? I still haven't seen a reason to want Pride Mage. Yeah, I'm just going to leave as is. And hopefully we can do more of the same. Turn 1 Vial is nice. Ugh, this hand just... We're just going to play some mopey flyers and get scape shifted, right? We don't really get to do anything cool with these Flickerwisps. We don't have a Vial for them. We don't really have any disruption. We can potentially Fiend Hunter a Primeval Titan, but they're going to have Valakutes in play. They'll immediately Valakut down the Fiend Hunter. I guess I can defend with Selfless Spirit, but I'd run afoul of any kind of fetch land. This hand, if I were blind, I would definitely keep, because it's a good mix of lands and spells, but it just doesn't seem like it's going to do enough in this matchup. So, maybe I'm being too harsh. I can Spirit on 2, Flickerwisp on 3, Flickerwisp on 4. That's an attack for 2, 5, 8, 8. So I kill them on turn 6. Yeah, if it was a turn faster, maybe I would keep, but 6 is just not fast enough of a goldfish. It's mulligan. Oh, the old no-lander. I see how it is, deck. I see how it is. Coco's not a bad one. I guess we'll leave that on top, even though it's not an early play. It's definitely powerful, and that's what we're looking for. But, yeah, I'm not too confident. Not too confident at all. Marsh Flats will find an Overgrown Tomb. But no acceleration from the opponent is nice. I like that. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. Gonna try to avoid cracking a second fetch so I can stay above 18. We're going to... Ugh. Come on, deck. Come on. Let's play a thing. So if our opponent kept a hand with no acceleration, I assume they have disruption. I'm going to assume they have a Sweltering Suns in their hand. Hopefully our company lets us play through it. This could also be a P and Kieran. That would be bad news. Yep. I guess I should Coco main phase. That seems best. I could hit the Pontiff. Well, there is the Pontiff and Noble Hierarch, so I get to kill their Thopters, leave them with a 1/1, attack for 3. Not bad. I'm going to lose my board to a Sweltering Suns, most likely, but... So still not feeling great about my position, but if they don't have Sweltering Suns, they're keeping based on the power of Pia, maybe they have like a Bolt or something. Then maybe I'm in okay shape. The argument for Cocoing end step is to like maybe keep my Eternal Witness alive, so I can untap and flicker it and get Coco back. But I can't really do that in the face of Pia. I can just kill my Eternal Witness in response, so going for the Pontiff seemed better. Oh man, no 5th land, no Sweltering Suns? Is this real life? Is their hand just a million Primeval Titans? Oh yes. Oh yes. So let's attack with the Pontiff, because I don't want them to trade for the Eternal Witness. Get that exalted. And I guess I'll haunt Noble Hierarch if they want to make that trade. But they don't, not surprised. Flickerwisp. Wouldn't be surprised to see a Bolt here and the Eternal Witness, but what are you going to do? There it is. And now we have them on a 4-turn clock. Once again, not going to crack these fetches. The deck fitting is mostly irrelevant, and I want to stay above 18. I've drawn a lot of lands after starting with my 4-land hand. Finding a ramp spell of some kind, a Sakura Tribe Elder, maybe like a Courser. Yeah, just a Tribe Elder. And they probably have a lot of pacts. So they're getting closer to 6 mana, but they are going to have to take next turn off, which is nice. Yeah, not blocking this. I guess if I wasn't going to block this, now I can crack these fetches. No. I might be able to gain some life, so I don't. Although now I'm going to crack them because I drew Eternal Witness, so let's mush for 4. And maybe we'll get something going here. Let's play Eternal Witness and get back Collected Company. I have 6 power on board plus whatever I find with Coco, so they might not crack the Tribe Elder here because they want to draw lands and they want the blocker. They have enough mana to pay for the pact anyway. The extra mana next turn is probably not doing much. But as I say that, they crack it. We're going to have 1 turn, hit something good with this Collected Company. And because I think in 2 turns we're going to get Titaned. Could get Scape Shifted in 2 turns if they make 2 land drops. Okay, no, actually no land drops is great. I doubt they attack here. And let's start cracking these fetches. Yeah, oh, there's Basic Swamp, okay. No point in getting shock lands here. There's a chance I might be able to gain some life and get above whatever, above 18 again. Cast this. Good cards. Ugh. Birds, Selfless Spirit, Forge Tender. So I guess we're on Selfless Spirit, Forge Tender. Not a great one, but we do get to attack. Ugh, another land. If we attack with everything, opponent trades for Eternal Witness, takes 7, goes to 4, and then we do have them dead in the air with Noble plus Flickerwisp that way, and or just Flickerwisp plus Spirit. But if they go land Primeval Titan, get Valakut Mountain, so they have to have not a basic forest as their land. Or I guess either way they can make sure they have 2 Valakut triggers, and I just crack Spirit in response to them, and then I have them dead with Flickerwisp Noble. So yeah, I guess that was a fine find. It does exactly enough. The Spirit was definitely good. I was just hoping for a second good card. Yep. Take 7. Play Godless Shrine. And we might have done it. Our opponent's slow draw. And the Scape Shift draw is slow. We definitely have some tools. We just put them on a clock. Okay, opponent slowing down. That's always a good sign. People always slow down when they're dead. Second Valakut. Well, that wasn't a great land to draw, so they can't Titan me without a Simian Spirit Guide. And they can't Scape Shift for any sort of value. They can't play a two mana creature into a ramp spell into a Scape Shift. So I think we're doing good. Okay, that's fine. And we did it. Oof. Opponent's draw was just slow enough. So good job, team. Beat Scape Shift. Not a matchup I would like to play in an arbiter-less version of these sort of disruptive Vial decks, but we did just enough. And the Collected Company hit just enough and squeaked it right through against a slow draw there in game 3. So hopefully you enjoyed seeing that, and you can come back and see me on Friday. Bye.